Hello and thanks for joining us for THV 11 News on this Wednesday. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Let's get straight to your headlines now at noon. New information this hour about the death of an employee and the injury of another at a Sheridan apartment complex earlier this week. We break down what happened at 12:02. Plus, the world's smallest pacemaker is responsible for saving the life of the newest member of a Pennsylvania family. Just ahead, we share the inner workings of this miracle device. And everyone is talking about the Barbie movie coming out in a couple weeks, with excited users online claiming the film is already getting rave reviews. But is that true? Our verified team is on the case, but we found out at 12:22. We're halfway through the day at this hour, and halfway through the week, it is Hump Day. Meteorologist Nathan Scott, what's going on over there in the weather department?
Well, Jurnee, good afternoon to you. We've had a wide variety of weather across. Last night, it was a stormy night. Copious amounts of rain fell in southern parts of Arkansas, and here are the rainfall estimates on radar. You can see the bullseye right to the south of Hope, around into Nevada County, Hempstead County, and also into Lafayette and Columbia counties. Look at those estimates. Over a foot of rain fell just to the northwest of Magnolia. Also impressive rainfall totals to the northwest of El Dorado. There is a road washed out north of Magnolia, and there could be a few roads washed out or still covered with high water. So use extreme caution in that part of the state. The rain is starting to wind down. It'll be a slow but sure go as we go into the afternoon hours. Still raining into Ouachita County, Calhoun counties, and Union counties. That will be slowly moving out. Temperatures are kept down with the clouds. They're only to the upper 70s to lower 80s. If we see sun, and it could be a big if, we'll try to warm up into the upper 80s. Heat advisories are in effect for parts of the state. I'll have more on that, and if we can expect any more heat and humidity for the rest of the work week coming up.
All right, thank you, Nathan. Well, new at noon, we're learning more about what led to a deadly shooting turned fire at a Sheridan apartment complex. Police tell us the two victims, manager Catherine Linker and a maintenance worker, were at Ryan Hodges' apartment on Monday for a routine inspection. It was during that inspection that Hodges allegedly shot at the two before setting the unit on fire. Linker was pronounced dead. The worker was taken to the hospital and is recovering. As for Hodges, he is in custody and charged with first-degree murder, arson, and first-degree battery. Meanwhile, in Pine Bluff, authorities are investigating the death of a teenager. Officers responded to a shooting call and found a 17-year-old boy lying in the road near 28th and South Orlando Street. Paramedics rushed the teen to Jefferson Regional Medical Center, where he died overnight. Detectives are still interviewing witnesses and working to identify a suspect. This is the 11th homicide in Pine Bluff this year. And in Jacksonville, a child under 18 is recovering in the hospital after being shot, and police have already arrested two suspects. The shooting reportedly happened at the Willow Bend Apartments at Marshall Road. Jacksonville officers quickly arrested two men you see on your screen, as identified as 33-year-old Edward Anderson IV and 31-year-old Aaron Robinson. Both are expected to be charged with attempted murder. Police haven't said how old the victim was, other than they're younger than 18. Now over to Searcy, where two people are in jail believed to be responsible for a deadly drug overdose. Leroy and Tyra Sanders are accused of selling fentanyl to a woman who died from it this past weekend. They're charged with aggravated death by delivery. That's a new classification of a crime which lets suspects be punished as murderers if they're convicted of delivering drugs that caused a deadly overdose. If found guilty, the two could face life in prison. Now in Little Rock, a man is facing capital murder charges following a killing we told you about yesterday. 54-year-old Tyron Nutt is accused of shooting 29-year-old Broderick Ray and 36-year-old Brandon Ray. Police also say a third victim was also hurt. LRPD reports it happened near 21st and Pine Streets in southwest Little Rock. They're asking anyone who knows about the case to contact authorities. In national news, the manhunt continues for an armed and dangerous murder suspect who escaped jail in Pennsylvania last week. Authorities say evidence found in the last day indicates Michael Burham is still likely to be in northwestern Pennsylvania near the jail where he was in custody on arson and burglary charges. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with President Biden today at the NATO summit as he tries to convince world leaders his nation should be allowed to join the military alliance. Natalie Brand has the story from Washington, D.C.
A united front by leaders of NATO countries as they announce new long-term security commitments to Ukraine.
We're going to help Ukraine build a strong, capable defense across land, air, and sea.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he's grateful for the support that includes long-range missiles, tanks, and for the first time, training for Ukrainian pilots on American F-16s.
An important package of security guarantees.
Earlier, Zelensky greeted President Biden and other world leaders as he makes the case Ukraine should be allowed to join the military alliance.
We want to be on the same page with everybody.
President Biden says all allies agree that Ukraine's future lies in NATO, but no timeline for membership was offered.
It's going to happen. You're all moving in the right direction. I think it's just a matter of getting by the next few months here.
Immediate NATO membership would draw the entire alliance into Russia's war in Ukraine. The allies want to avoid that and need Ukraine to meet other conditions, including fighting corruption.
Today we meet as equals, and I look forward to the day we meet as allies.
Even without a timeline for NATO membership, Zelensky called his trip to the summit a meaningful success for his country. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Well, with the start of school now just weeks away for some districts, some Arkansas schools are feeling the pressure to fill dozens of vacancies for the upcoming school year. THV 11's Sarah Habakowitz is looking into the numbers in the effort to bring new teachers on board.
Last fall, 45% of public schools across the country dealt with a teacher shortage, and that trend continues to impact Arkansas. North Little Rock and Little Rock schools are still working to fill a few dozen positions, but a few new teachers are looking to be part of that solution.
Being able to do that for kids and being able to make an impact at a younger age of development, I couldn't turn it down.
Jared and Truly are newly certified teachers, sharing an excitement for teaching you don't always hear during a national shortage.
I think it motivated me more than anything. I also see the need for teachers right now and good educated teachers.
This year, between retirements and resignations, the Little Rock School District had to hire about 175 new teachers. North Little Rock needing to fill 131 spots. Both schools still dealing with a few dozen vacancies about a month out. And while those look like pretty big numbers at first, both districts say in context it's nothing new.
That's relatively in the trend, which has been consistent with how many new teachers, brand new or new to the district, we hire, is about 130 to 150 teachers a year. So that's not unusual for us.
And while both schools believe they'll fill most, if not all, spots before the bell rings, they're planning for every scenario.
In the event that we don't have a high quality teacher, we do have support folks that are in those non-teaching positions that are certified teachers. We might have to look at that as some alternatives.
But even with a full staff, schools still feel the impacts of a teacher shortage.
So yes, we can fill a vacancy, but are we filling the vacancy with the best prepared candidate, especially in the area of math and science and special ed?
Last year, some of the biggest shortages in Arkansas were high school math, science, social studies, and language arts. Subjects Jared and Truly can't wait to teach about.
There are so many people that are so invested in these kids that if I were a parent, it would definitely give me peace of mind.
And while searching for the new, districts are also focusing on ways to take care of the teachers they already have.
As we prioritize those things and make our district one of which teachers feel valued, I believe that we will begin to win some of the battles that we're facing with our teacher shortage issue.
Sarah Habakowitz for Wake Up Central.
Well, schools are also watching to see how the LEARNS Act will affect enrollment and staffing. Both Little Rock and North Little Rock districts say they'll likely won't know until the academic year is closer to starting. Along with all that, right now school districts are dealing with higher insurance rates, seeing premiums jump by close to 130%. Well, Little Rock is also reviving its Downtown Ambassador program. The city board just approving $500,000 to bring it back. They're hoping to bring more workers to the area and keep things cleaner and safer. Previously, the program had people walking around in bright uniforms, offering to help with directions and take people to their cars, while also serving as an extra set of eyes and ears for police. And Jefferson County has announced a new courthouse kiosk program at the district courthouse. The kiosks will offer access to a number of tools and services. One is Public Courts Connect, where people can get updates on any court cases they're involved in. The kiosk will also give people access to legal aid applications and educational resources covering a range of legal topics. Well, still ahead, a device no larger than a AAA battery. In 3 minutes, we share medical innovation that has turned out to be a dream come true for a Philadelphia family. But first, we're getting into the forecast. What can we expect this afternoon, Nathan?
Jurnee, I'm seeing some rays of sunshine breaking through that cloud cover, and if that's the case, it's going to turn out to be a very hot afternoon. Heat advisories are in effect for parts of the state. I'll have more on that and another look at radar coming up.